Is Jermall Charlo holding his brother Jermell Charlo back from enhancing his legacy? Now, I'm not saying directly, but indirectly. Y'all already know that Jermell Charlo is the undisputed at 154. Got nothing left to prove at 154. But he has the belts to put himself in position in the middleweight division and mandate the likes of Triple G, the unified champion in the middleweight division. Now, you already know Jermall Charlo has been very, very inactive. The WBC middleweight champion of the world, Jermall Charlo, can't mandate Triple G. And his potential opponent is actually in 168. He's gone back and forth with David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andre for the longest. And I believe that Jermall Charlo is better fit in 168. So Jermall Charlo should, as a WBC champion, should put himself in position as a mandatory for the WBC for Canelo Alvarez. And his brother should move up to the 160 and put himself in position to get the Triple G fight. But Jermell Charlo, who has stated that he's willing to stay in the 154-pound division till his career ends, that he feels like, you know, he doesn't go up in weight like that. He feels healthy in 154. He's willing to finish his whole career in 154. But I believe that he only says that because he doesn't want to step on his brother's toes in 160. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know Earl Spence is going to be moving up to the 154, potentially fighting Keith and Tom Thurman. And, you know, Jermell Charlo see Earl Spence as more than just a friend, but a bro. So is Jermall Charlo indirectly holding his brother back because Jermell Charlo is his brother's keeper and won't step on his brother's toes? You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe there is nothing that he could prove in the 154-pound division. Of course, he got Tim Zhu, and that's a young, hungry lion, but I believe that Jermell Charlo is going to stop Tim Zhu. I don't think it proves anything, even though that he's defending his belts, his undisputed, and that's what's up. We want undisputed champions to defend their belts, but I believe that it'll be a big win for Jermell Charlo to face Triple G, become a 2-division world champion, then unified, and could retire a future first ballot Hall of Famer like Triple G. And I think it'll be big. And that's why I feel like maybe Jermell Charlo, you could say, is holding himself back, or holding himself back, or his brother. I'm not going to say his brother holding him back because it's indirectly, but I'm saying maybe Jermall Charlo should be like, you know what, man, my brother could do a lot of things in the middleweight division. He probably could do the things that I can't. He probably could be in a position where he could enhance his legacy because I'm the middleweight champion of the world, but I can't mandate Triple G by being the WBC champion. But what I could do is use my status and become the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez. Or if he does really want to fight with David Benavidez, he could use that to become the mandatory to David Benavidez as well. I hope that Jermall Charlo and his representative could have petitioned to become the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez. Maybe they could do that. But, you know, Jermall Charlo could have had the Canelo Alvarez fight in Cinco de Mayo last year. They had the PBC deal, but the Zone chose to get the Zone deal. You know what I'm saying? And he lost to Bivol, beat Triple G in a trilogy, and trying to come back in Cinco de Mayo to face, I believe they say, John Ryder. I do not like that fight whatsoever because there is names that we want Canelo Alvarez actually to fight that's been linked for a long time. Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andre, David Benavidez. We would love to see Canelo Alvarez in those fights. Not a John Ryder. We never asked for that fight. John Ryder lost 5 times. And like Canelo Alvarez said, he doesn't want to fight terrible fighters. And compared to everybody else, I mean, maybe I don't think none of them is terrible fighters. But if you don't want to fight a terrible fighter, John Ryder is probably the terrible fighter if you want to compare all the fighters that's linked to Canelo Alvarez. Anyway, so yeah. Is Jermall Charlo holding Jermell Charlo back indirectly? Or is it Jermell Charlo holding himself back not to step on his brother's toes? And at the end of the day, he's holding himself back. I believe that Jermell Charlo, you already know, pound for pound, top 5, probably top 3, in my opinion, has carved his own legacy. Didn't need the big names to piggyback off somebody's legacy, or nobody needed to pass the baton to Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the big names. He didn't fight Canelo Alvarez. He didn't fight Floyd Mayweather. He didn't fight Manny Pacquiao. He ain't fight nobody to jumpstart his stardom or his accomplishment. He did it the hard, blue-collar way. And that's why Jermell Charlo is one of the best fighters of today. And shout out to Derek James. Shout out to Jawan Guzman, that I believe that is a great addition to Jermell Charlo's training regimen and help and camp. I think that Jermell Charlo could do greater things. And I think it's really up to him. Either he shouldn't be in a position to step on his brother's toes. I think that Jermall Charlo should look at this and be like, you know what, my brother could do his thing here. I can't. I've been here for a while. There's a lot of potential fights in the PBC side in 168. Let me establish myself at 168, and I believe that that's a better situation for everybody else. Let me know what y'all think. And look, and then Jermell Charlo don't, well, Earl Spence don't have to really step on Jermell Charlo's toes, because, you know, they're all like family, and they don't want to step on each other's toes. You know, one is in 47, one in 54, one in 60. So now they could just move the needle. One could be in 168, one could be in 160, and then Earl Spence slid in 154. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Shout out to the Charlos. Shout out to because I believe, man, they cool, and I think that they get a lot of, especially Jermall Charlo, gets a lot of flack, but a lot of people don't understand that he's been in a position to get some big fights, and the other side has not been able to close the deal. It's been unfortunate. Hope everything is well with him and his family. Again, this boxing community like to just jump on one fighter. That's whack to me. And this content is not to put these brothers against each other, but to make it aware, like, yo, y'all can make this move. You know what I'm saying? Use y'all status, move up, get a mandatory position. Both of the brothers could do that, so they won't be having to step on anybody's toes, and still their legacy could continue. Jermall Charlo could become a 3-division world champion if he gets a position, or at least have the opportunity to do so. And his brother has the opportunity to be a 2-division world champion, unify, retire Triple G. And I believe that if Jermell Charlo gets a crack at Triple G, he'll retire Triple G, stop Triple G, or probably just go to a decision. But I think he'll win. And his legacy, it'll be a great win for him, great accomplishment. And we're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer without a shadow of a doubt. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.